The reason I'm creating this video is because we recently had a customer ask us to do something that could have completely sabotaged their SEO strategy, and I want to show you how to avoid doing that. So today I want to talk about duplicate content and really how Google can penalize you about duplicate content and what to do if you do want to have multiple content pieces for the same product or services, but the only change is that you want to create it for different geographical locations. The reason I'm creating this video is because we recently had a customer ask us to do something that could have completely sabotaged their SEO strategy, and I want to show you how to avoid doing that. Now, before I get started, I want to remind you to please click on that subscribe button below, click on that notification bell. We're producing videos like this all the time. We talk about digital marketing, SEO, social media, small to mid-sized business growth, a lot of different topics. We're posting videos on a regular basis, so you don't want to miss out on any of them. So click that subscribe button below and the notification bell. So the other day we had one of our clients reach out to us, and they gave us an idea that they wanted to implement, and that is they wanted to duplicate some of their product pages and only make a change to the geographic location that they were able to sell the product in. So they gave us, I think, 7 or 8 different locations, and they really want to take each of the product pages and they just want us to create these 8 duplicate pages, just changing the city name. So that way they felt that they would rank for that city for when somebody was searching for their widgets in that specific geographic location. So we talked them out of it because this could have just completely destroyed all the SEO work we have been doing for them for years. So first of all, let me just dispel a myth that there is technically no duplicate content penalty that Google imposes if there is duplicate content on the internet. You know, that's sort of a common myth, is that they will penalize you for it. While that's not exactly true, what they will do is when Google crawls the internet for content and they see duplicate pieces of content, they just don't know which one to rank higher. So for example, in the case of this one company, if we created 8 different identical pages with just a very minor variance, which would be the location, where would Google rank each one of those? And that's where the confusion comes in, and that's why it can reduce your SEO effectiveness. Not that they penalize you, but you're effectively getting penalized because you're spreading the Google results too thin. So for example, if I'm trying to sell a widget in Toronto and I have my product page and talks about how I sell this widget in Toronto, and then there's also another page that says this exact same content, like 95% of the content's identical. What that does is that Google looks at that content when they crawl and which one do they rank for first. So it's not something that you should be doing. It will decrease your SEO. It will only hurt you in the long run. The next question is how do you get around it? What do you have to do to help create different location pages for your product, because you are offering this product in all these different service areas? The other way is similar, and that is to have specific location pages and make sure that each location page is a unique piece of content. Make sure that there is no duplication, that if you are coming up with any kind of benefits with regards to that specific location, you are showing that in there. And make sure that you have the full service offerings of the location in there, that you're doing it uniquely compared to your other location pages. I guess what I'm trying to say here is there really isn't an easy way around removing duplicate content or duplicating content from your website. You have to come up with unique content for each page, no matter what the variances are. So even if something seems really trivial, like just a simple location change, you have to make sure that it's unique. And that's why it's so important. Make sure that whatever you do, you're using a professional writer or you're using some sort of system that will help you craft unique content for your specific page so you won't lose out. Google crawls and indexes your site. So there are different options that you can use to help get around this. And the first one would be to create separate landing pages for each location. And each landing page would be full of unique content that would be geared towards that specific location. And when I say unique, it should be about 70 to 80% different than any of the other pages. It's going to involve specific writer to be able to craft that, and you're going to need to create different landing pages. It could be on your domain, it could be on a subdomain, it could be on individual URLs. That will help you with your unique content and reduce the amount of duplicate content that you have on your website. So it might seem really basic. To avoid duplicate content is to avoid writing duplicate content and just make sure that everything's unique. Sometimes there's just not a lot to write about one specific product, and that's why you need to look and think outside the box. Talk about different aspects of the location if you can't talk about different aspects of your product. If there isn't a lot of uniqueness, write about the locations instead. Make sure you put a locations page on your website. Make sure you include directions to your website. Make sure that your Google business profile shows all of your locations. That way you can maximize your SEO for those specific locations without having to duplicate content. So that's just a little bit about this issue with duplicating content and getting penalized by Google and ways to get around it. Remember, just find somebody that knows what they're doing with regards to your SEO. Don't just throw out content out there and hope that it sticks, because it could actually harm you in the long run. So remember, subscribe to our videos. We're doing stuff like this all the time. You don't want to miss out on anything, so make sure you hit that notification bell as well. And until the next video, bye for now.